Yeah, absolutely sublime, wasn't it, from Andy Robertson? And he turns provider for the second goal. This was the third time he's scored and assisted in the same match.
Yeah, I think we're all wondering how long was it from goal 1 to goal 2. So this angle shows you. Here we go. We've got the stopwatch on for you to show you how quickly it was from kick-off, Wolves kick-off, not Liverpool. Wolves taking the kick-off, so was getting the ball back, getting up the pitch and putting the ball in the back of the net. There we go. Look at that. 14 seconds, get the ball out. Rio on the ball, gets it out to Andy Robertson, delivers a wonderful ball, and there's the finish from Salah. Just over 20 seconds from Wolves being 1-0 down to 2-0 down. And I felt as though it was a big moment in the game, because Wolves at 1-0, they're still in the game, they'll still believe. 2-0, the belief was wiped out of them completely. Mentioned it about the first goal, Cody Gakpo, the influence he has. Look at the centre-halves. They're playing with the back five, but they're all over the place at this stage. Rio and Salah are offering movement out wide, which is occupying a couple of defenders. The centre-halves don't want to engage, and I can't believe it. Cody Gakpo's playing there. Nobody's coming to engage here to put him under pressure. And just watch what Cody does. He said, fine, if you want to stand off, this is what I'll do. I'll have time, and I'll turn, and I'll drive forward. So, again, it's good positional play from Cody Gakpo there to play it out left. It's a narrow defence. They're playing a back five. There's only 4 in position at this moment, and we're going to get to why they've only 4 and not 5. There's 22 yards. Where's the space? It's out wide. Rio recognises Andy Robertson's got space, but Salah's got space on the other side as well. Plays the ball to Andy Robertson. It's 3v2 at the back post. So you've got Curtis Jones from midfield offering that movement. You've got Cody Gakpo, and it's a back 4. We are going to get to the reason why Salah has space at the far post. Delivers the ball, 2 making a run in front of him. Salah gets the tap in at the far post. The line-out, and you can see Salah's face going, I'm not offside in that position. So here we go. This breaks it down quite nicely for the Wolves shape. They've just conceded a goal. We've put the stopwatch on. This is 20 seconds from kickoff. The left back, Hugo Bueno, left wing back, is 20 yards away from Salah. So that's why they're a little bit outnumbered at the far post. 20, he can't make that ground up in time. The speed of our counter-attack, the speed of our play, but this run from Curtis is key for me, because he just takes the left-sided centre-half Totti away, and that frees the space up for Salah at the far stick. It's a wonderful ball from Robbo, though, isn't it? What a ball that is. I've got to be honest, when I was looking at this replay, and the lino's that side, and all he can see is Salah, I was thinking he's onside. He's offside in terms of he's ahead of the defenders, but he's behind the ball. And we all know the offside law. He's behind the ball. And I was amazed how long it actually took. It took 2 minutes for VAR to decide. We want it quicker. We want it to be resolved. But for 2 minutes, there we go, a little zoom for you to show it hit the roof of the net there from Salah. No chance for the goalkeeper. So, yeah, wonderful, quick speed of attack from Liverpool. Even Arne thought it was close. But you can see from that replay, yeah, he's onside because he was behind the ball when Andy Robertson played it into the back of the net. So 1-0 became 2-0 very, very quickly. And you just felt as though Wolves, despite the high of Tuesday of beating us, it just deflated them massively to try and get back into the cup tie at this moment. Yeah, so lovely.
Yeah, Mo Salah getting his goal there. He enjoyed it. I think we all enjoyed it, didn't we, seeing Mo Salah amongst the goals. And one thing to show you as well, you've been doing your digging on his stats here. He really does love a Friday night goal, Mills.
He does he? Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, so these are Salah's Friday night. That was his 9th Friday night game, and he scored in all but one of them. He also has 8 goals in 14 games, just 10 starts in the FA Cup, so he does enjoy that competition. By the way, the game he didn't score in, which is Leicester on that list, we beat them 2-1. The goal scorers that day, it was one lad, and it was the Leicester lad who got the couple of own goals. Remember that one?
I think I might
do. He got the 2-0. That's why Salah didn't score.
Right, let's move on to goal number 3. Another special one. Curtis Jones getting the third. The first time he has both scored and assisted a goal in the same match for Liverpool in what was his 215th appearance.
Yeah, well, we were cruising at this point. We're 2-0 up. Wolves offering very little to get back into the game. Anyone else thinking this when Szoboszlai had the ball there, thinking, don't shoot, you're not going to score from there? Thankfully he didn't, and he just sort of played the ball out to the right hand side to Frimpong, who looked sharp when he came on. And what he does is he occupies defenders, 2 of them scared stiff. And even this lad here, Totti, he's thinking, if he beats one of them, I might have to cover. And it just frees the space up for Curtis, because they're scared stiff with the pace of Frimpong out on that right hand side. Frees that little bit of space up for Curtis. The ball goes back to him. Trying a bit of link-up play with Gravenberch there, strong in the tackle, and then you need movement. Now he's goal side of the midfielders. Frimpong again with the movement. I think that's really good movement, because then it's allowing Curtis, do I want to play that ball? I can play that ball, or I can also come into this little bit of space which you vacated for me there. So good run from Frimpong, allows Curtis to make that decision. He comes inside in that position, and I've got to say, I think his decision was made up as he comes in. That's on. He could fire the ball out to Wirtz. He could probably try and play Cody Gakpo, who is in an offside position. The Wolves player...
We did indeed. OK, we'll get into the goals then. And it was one of the most experienced players that gets the ball rolling. Arne Robertson in his 369th Liverpool game, scoring his 13th goal for the club. And this was actually his first from outside the box, Neil.
Yeah, so his 13th FA Cup appearance for Liverpool and his first FA Cup goal. Yeah, he certainly enjoyed that one. I always feel as though the first goal is always important, you know, and this was more so. Five minutes into the second half, he stops the cross, and he stops the cross with just, you can see there, the lower part of his back. That starts the move for Liverpool. So it's his block to stop the cross coming in, which sets us off. Here we go. Now Cody Gakpo dropping a little bit deeper, gets Liverpool up the pitch, plays the ball into Salah. But what I like about this is, and I mentioned about Wolves' compact shape, look at all the players back now for Wolves, including the goalkeeper. There you go, it's like 2 banks of 4, so 9 of them back there. So it's really hard to open them up to create that space. Where's the space? Curtis Jones plays it to Arne Robertson in a little bit of space. When you get space, what that means is you can take a touch. And that decision making is, if you've got someone on top of you putting you under pressure, it's harder to take that touch. He's got time just to take his touch. He can play it to Rio or do what he does, which is absolutely unbelievable. What a strike. Beautiful. Yeah, right into the far corner. No chance for the goalkeeper. So here we go. I'll break it down a little bit more for you in terms of the build. I was surprised by this. You know, Wolves are at home and Cody Gakpo went in a more central area. They're just not being aggressive. There's an 18-yard gap between Cody Gakpo, who's dropping sort of as a false 9 to pick the ball up, and the centre-half. They're playing the back 5, 3 centre-halves. No one wants to engage him. So it allows him to drop deep in space and be able to drive with the ball the way he did. And he does it. No one wants to engage him. So it allows him to drop deep in space and be able to drive with the ball the way he did. And he does it so well. Now he's got his head up. Now he's looking for that ball. Now he's looking for runners. You can see he's trying to find Mo Salah there, which he does really well. But what Wolves do well is they get players back. So Salah's trying to find space for the shot. It's difficult. Look at all the Wolves players in and around the box. And again, surprised by this, because Salah attracts so much attention. Look at all the players. There's 7 Wolves players. They're all looking at him. They're all around him thinking, Salah's going to shoot. We've got to stop Salah shooting. They don't see Curtis. They don't see Robbo. And they don't see Rio. And it's clever from Salah. You know, he just plays the ball back to Curtis, who then plays the 5-yard little ball to Arne Robertson. We know it's just outside the penalty here, but in terms of distance for the ball to travel to that far corner, it's 26 yards. So it goes across the goalkeeper, and the power, the cleanness of the strike is absolutely magnificent. There we go, there's a strike. How close does the goalkeeper get? He's at full stretch. No, he's not saving that. Nobody's saving that. Right into the corner. An absolute beauty from Arne Robertson. As we say, his first FA Cup